You had the gun.
I did. I had the gun
You
in
were
my
at-
mouth.
In your mouth.
Yes, ma'am.
What had driven you to that low point in your life?
It was a totality of my career. It began shortly after 9/11. I came up here to New York, and we volunteered 2 weeks up in New York to help out at the towers. When I was at the towers, one thing that really stood out in my mind was the smell of death, and seeing the New York City NYPD, all the officers and first responders, all with the same look on their face of being distraught. When I went back to Florida to go back to work, those thoughts started to become like a little overwhelming to me. I felt I could have done more at 9/11. I should have done more.
When you returned from the site here to Florida, were you offered counseling? Was there anything offered knowing what you and the thousands of other law enforcement people down there had seen?
What we were told was we do have a employee assistance program. If you want to go to it, you can go to it. That was it.
Did you go?
I didn't.
You didn't think you needed it?
At that time, I didn't think I needed it. I thought I'd just go get over it. And then through my career, an incident that stands on my mind was a baby died in my arms. I was doing CPR, and I felt so horrible, so guilty that I could not bring the baby, save the baby. And it really tore me up to the point where I was having horrific nightmares of such as the baby in my mailbox, the baby in my cruiser, the baby talking to me. And that started making me feel like a failure.
So you had this horrific image of this baby that you tried to save but could not. You have 9/11. This is all in you, and you're not expressing it to anyone.
No, and you have to think about everything else that we see. We see the homicides, we see the domestic violence, the sexual abuse, and we see all this. And we're only human. Police officers are only human. It just builds up and builds up.
Why was the solution for you then to take your own life that day? That was the plan.
Again, I felt worthless, and I felt that I just wasn't doing my job. And I also, during this time, I gained almost 45 pounds. I didn't like my appearance. My wife was telling me, you need to get help. I used to tell her, I can't get help.
What kept you from pulling the trigger?
When the night I decided that I wanted to end my life by suicide, I was sitting in my cruise and I wrote a suicide note, taped it to my rearview mirror, and put the gun in my mouth and said a prayer. And you remember one thing, suicide is about stopping the pain. It's not about dying. When I had the gun in my mouth, I was actually very calming to have the gun in my mouth, which sounds kind of strange. Another deputy pulled up next to me, who since has passed away, and he talked me down.
Talk you down.
He did.
And you are, in so many ways, paying it forward because you have helped 10 people, kept them from taking their own lives.
I have, and I don't want to sound like I'm patting myself on.
No. We are sharing this.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
We are boasting what you've done.
Thank you. It's a great feeling. It really is to have somebody hug me and say, you saved my life, and they've moved on in their career.
What is your message today to anyone watching that is in the spot where you were that day with that gun?
My message is actually very simple. It's okay not to be okay. And that's for everybody, not just first responders. That's for everybody. Everybody fights the demons. Everybody has issues. But when you push to your limit, it's okay to get help.